Welcome to my next video on learning the Woovebox. I've had the Woovebox since last Monday. Today is Friday. That makes 11 days of working with it in my spare time. And today we're going to talk about the problem that I was having in yesterday's video. Yesterday I couldn't figure out how to mix tracks within a song. How to fade things up, fade things down, have them hold at their levels within a song. Thank you so much to Evo for chiming in on yesterday's video and on the Woovebox Reddit channel to help me figure out what I wasn't understanding. And so today we're going to talk about automation and ParM, the parameter of automation that helps you set your levels. But while we listen to the soundtrack today and while we go through things, I'd like to point out something that I talked about a little bit yesterday, which is that you don't need to know music theory to use this device. All of the tracks have chord following on. So every note that you'll hear within all of the tracks are automatically in the key following the chords from the chord track. Makes it very easy to have things sound musical without having to use a lot of music theory. All right, so now let's head right in and I'll show you what I learned yesterday about automation. All right, the automation parameters are located in song mode inside of your fragments. You can see fragment 1, I have these two instruments on, A1 and A2, and as I scroll through the song you can see I add new tracks in. And eventually, take tracks out, change which tracks are playing as I go through the song. And how I bring those tracks in and out, right here, hold down the track, and the behavior is fade in. And I understood how that worked. I knew that you could use fade in to fade a track in, and in the next fragment, that track is playing. But the thing that I hadn't understood was this parameter right here. After the fade in, parameter full. What that means is that it's going to fade in to full volume here. If you scroll to the left, it will end at 12%, end at 25%. So you can change what volume it's fading into. So if you want to only fade it halfway in, fade it into 49%, and then in the next fragment, fade it the rest of the way in if you want. But that's what full means. And that was the big thing I was missing, was that parameter. So fragment 1, we're fading these two tracks all the way in. Fragment 2, we're just playing the tracks. We're not fading them in anymore. Fragment 3, fading in the chord, fading it all the way in one fragment. Fragment 4, fading this one in, and in fragment 4, this one is playing. These two are still playing. Whoa, fragment 4, I have that fading in. That doesn't make any sense at all. Fading in, fading out. Well, there's a mistake. In fragment 4, all the rest of these, it should just be playing. Let me go check that out and make sure that this is right. Well, I went and checked it out, and I found the mistake. It was only the difference between fade in and fade out. What I wanted in fragment 3 was for these two tracks to play. In fragment 4, I want them to fade out to 41%. In fragment 5, I want them to fade out to 25%. So I'm fading out over the course of two fragments, fading down to 25, and then moving on to just playing from fragment 6 on with that track. So in that case, I'm fading it down from 100% to 25% over two fragments. So let's hear what these fades sound like. Start on fragment 1. All right, here's the next thing I don't understand, which is why it doesn't show me my fragment numbers while it's playing right now. Let me go figure that out, and I'll be right back. Well, I can't tell you why it was happening, but the answer was to just turn the Woovebox off, turn it back on, go into my song, and scroll to a fragment. And now when I play it, you can see the fragment numbers. So in this one, it's fading in those 2 tracks. In fragment 2, it's just playing. Now we're fading in the chords. Now we're fading in the robots talking, which is an intermittent sound. Yeah, so that's basically how it works. I think you can see where we're going with this. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning, turn down the microphone, and let you listen to the whole piece with all the fades, all the mixing that I've put into the song. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.